And welcome everybody to the RideShare Garage. It is Wednesday, December 20th. Jesus Christ, man, 5 days to Christmas. What the hell? It was just January 1st. And it's already December 20th. A whole freaking year has gone by on us. And but we're glad you're here with us tonight as everybody starts to swing into the chat. We're gonna go around the horn like we always do, introduce our panel. Um, First and foremost, I just want to say thank you for an awesome year. The garage it's still here. Out of all the adversity and ebbs and flows and ups and downs, the garage has grown. And what can I say? Thank you. We appreciate it. We're trying to be here for you. And we're going to get into the obviously everybody's on the hot topic of the interview last night. But first, I want to go around the panel, have everybody say hello and do your thing. Omar, how are you tonight, sir?
Um, I'm alive. It's slow,
That's what everybody's saying. It's slow. I don't know. I haven't been out in 3 days. Everybody's every when I look in the Discord, when I talk to a couple of people during our midday, everybody's saying the same shit. It's slow. It ain't supposed to be slow.
Well, you know me. I monitor the app, so for me, it's about surge, and I'm not seeing any of it. So I don't know.
All the finance bros who order black are on vacation, so it's none of them are going to work. So yeah, it's really bad for me here.
And Brandon, you're not seeing any uptick in the airport?
Nah, no. It like normally it always says like high demand expected, a part of like the right ties. It's not even saying that now.
Interesting. So
Like I had a decent afternoon, so kind of like, I went from making like $29 this morning to evening it out at like 178. So and plus I got a Bulls game I'm gonna go to in a couple hours, in like an hour and a half. So it's going through. I'm struggling. But as I said, like it's not just it's not just the basic drivers that are struggling. It's the
big
private
boys
and black
too.
car drivers too. Like
Big boys
I
too.
I haven't gotten any private. Oh, I do have a private ride tomorrow, but I guess I lucked out with that one.
I will
Wow.
say Sunday was a lot better for me because I did wake up like yesterday with a nice tip from the first lady. I
Mhm.
don't want to get into the details of it, but we had a little bit of a situation here in Fort Lauderdale on Sunday, and
Oh, big time.
I just think to myself, that's what it takes in order for us to make money. That's really sad.
In
I had
case
to
you
take
guys
advantage of it. I'm not happy to say that. I'm not happy to say I had to take advantage of
in
people's.
case you guys don't know, around the country, what happened here Sunday, we had a first it came across as a suspicious package in
Mhm.
Terminal One departures at Fort Lauderdale International Airport. And when I tell you, if you haven't seen the TikTok videos, the Instagram videos, I'm sure it's on Facebook. Not that I go on there. Twitter videos, like the airport was jacked. I don't know what the name of that freeway is out there in LA that we see every year that's got all the Christmas lights going because
Uh,
nobody can move. But that's what Fort Lauderdale International Airport looked like, and it was backed up for miles. Like it was backed up for miles. I remember Omar was trying to get in there, and the whole time it's just taking him forever. So yeah, I hear you on that. Thomas, how you doing, Thomas?
I'm all right, my brothers. How y'all doing tonight? Yeah, it's not as slow here because I live directly next to the airport, but that's been about the most busiest place. But I haven't driven since Thanksgiving Eve, but I've been doing that Amazon Flex, a couple of V holes here because not everybody is pushing to get packages real quick. So they're paying a premium right now.
Uh,
Yeah.
I saw a little Twitter clip of I think it was Twitter. It was either Twitter and I think it was Twitter. A
Mhm.
UPS truck got booted.
Yeah.
A UPS truck was in front of a building delivering a package, and I want to say it was in Chicago, Brandon. I think it was in your hometown,
What's up?
where the UPS truck, big brown truck, all of a sudden he's on the back and he's arguing with the parking authority that, hey, oh, I'm sorry, no, it wasn't Chicago, it was Atlanta. I'm sorry, it was Atlanta, right? Arguing, why did you boot me? Where am I supposed to go? This is what we do. It's, and da 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 da. And them dudes were not taking that they weren't taking that boot off. So I hear you. I see. I talked to one guy who does Flex. He says it. Well, no, Nick. That's on with us. That's on our panel. Nick does an Amazon Flex.
The people who do the boots and the people who write up tickets, 90% of them get paid per offense that they write, or they get a percentage of the ticket.
Well,
So
Omar knows this.
they don't give a fuck.
No,
Yeah.
they don't. And Omar, what was it? The football game a couple weeks ago, the Monday night game, wasn't it, Omar? Where the one parking lot, damn near every car in the parking lot was booted. I don't know how many cars were in that parking lot, but at $73 a pop, somebody got paid. They're not worried about driving on Christmas Eve, bro. They got paid already. So, all right, let's get around to Steven. How you doing, Steven? Can you hear us? You're out in the car. Don't have no accident, bro.
I'm doing good.
How's your week been so far driving? You been slow or you been busy?
Your microphone.
He's back on radio silent.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess Luther's out for the night. He'll talk to us when he gets
Is there?
again. There he is. Okay. How was your week so far?
What's it go? It's slower than normal, but I've just been trying to switch up strategies and trying to go out farther than I normally would to catch some of these airport rides, the long distance airport rides back to the airport. But it has been slow. I haven't been able to hit bonuses with Lyft because I guess the kids are gone from the college and everything. So, and now I didn't even get a bonus for this week or the weekend. So, yeah, things are slow and the extra money isn't there.
Interesting. All right. Driven Dad, Tony, can you hear us, buddy? Or you on a ride?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, brother. How are you doing, my friend? How's your week going? I know you're having a rough week up there politically, but forget the politics. We're here to love each other tonight, buddy. How's your night going?
Yeah. Yeah, considering I'm in a communist state, it's going okay, I guess.
Okay. Have you been staying busy? Because I listen, I know you had a couple of kids that were down, not feeling well. Hope they're feeling better. But are you've been having those outstanding days, man, those $300-$400 days. Are you still able to get out there and get into that type of revenue, or what's going on?
Yeah, so Monday was like I did 450. The last 2 days, kind of yesterday and today, kind of off because I was getting back the Model Y from a headlight repair, and so that took a lot of time.
Now, wasn't it Steven? Was it either Steven or Buddha had an issue with those headlights too? We can get into that in the second half of the hour or the second half of the show. But I heard that those headlights ain't cheap on the Teslas. I heard it's not a fun time.
Yeah, I think that repair and all with a new light and reprogramming and a harness repair was like $2,200.
Oh shit! You better grab some flashlights, buddy. Just stick your phone on top of the front of the car and turn the tail flashlight.
Well, the actual headlight still worked. It's just nothing else did. Like the turn signal, the high beam, nothing. Just the headlight.
Oh shit.
Shit. All right. Okay. I'm gonna bring in Nick. Hey Nick, how you doing? Sergio, I see you there. I'm gonna bring you in next, buddy, because you're gonna lead us into our first segment. Nick, how's your day going? How you been the last 3 days? I need to see you soon, sir. Soon, sir.
What's up, everybody?
How you doing out there, Nick? Can you hear us? You set up? You ready?
Give me 1 sec, because
All right. All right.
Zello is
We'll bring
going
you-
off. I got to turn Zello off.
All right. We'll bring you back around in a second. Shout out to Scott.
This is Sparta! Damn, I'm good.
Shout out to Scott for the super chat. And you know what? Now we're going to bring in Mr. Sergio. Mr. Sergio has probably been the best driver advocate we got. I'm not going to blow smoke up his ass because, I don't always agree with him. Everybody knows that. But I will say this. On a lot of instances, I'm right behind him. I believe in what he's trying to do. He had an interview last night. If you guys didn't get to see it, please go check out the Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and Chris on the RideShare Guys channel. I don't mind promoting what they're doing because I think they're doing a lot of good stuff. But that interview last night with Professor Len Sherman, if you guys haven't seen this, if you haven't read this, you guys are doing yourself a huge disservice and not going and reading this article. This professor put in a lot of time, a lot of thought, had to do a fast revision, which found even more, not less, incriminating type of data. I'm not saying he's got them nailed to rights. I'm just saying there's some pretty fuzzy math going on between what Uber's telling the public and what Professor Lynn Sherman found for us. And it's definitely a great article. There's some graphs in there that kind of show, if you don't want to read through the whole thing, just look at the graphs, man. The numbers are easy. Graphs are not hard. You got a left column, a bottom column, and then the result in the middle. So it's something I think everybody needs to go check out. I'll link it up, and we'll go from there. But, that headline says it all. Uber CEO hides driver pay cuts to boost profits. So it kind of validates, I think, what drivers have already known, what we've been saying for years. I do have a couple of points. I'm going to bring those up with Sergio. But Sergio, thank you for having him on your show last night. Big shout out to you and your team over there. It was well watched, I believe, well received. Is Sergio there?
No, I can't hear him.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry. I was muted. I always mute myself when I'm not in the chat. Okay, so thanks for having me on, guys. It's much appreciated. Yeah, we had Professor Len Sherman on, who has been a good friend and a supporter for a while. He's a very humble man. Obviously, he's a business professor at Columbia Business School, which is a Ivy League school. So he's no dummy. But the article is what it is, right? Everybody can push data any way they want. I believe this one hit a nerve. There have been articles like this before, but I don't think any article until this one had this much raw data behind it. So, going back 7 quarters, close to 2.5 million trip data was analyzed times 7 quarters, so close to 20 million trips. And the results are the results. And he discussed why it was taken down, and I think he just was very honest about it, to be honest with you guys. So, when I'm first of all, I'm not involved with this article. If I was, my name would be in it. I'm just felt obligated to have him on, to have him tell the story in his own words, as opposed to we were going to do it anyway. But it happened to be that he was available, and then he decided to come on, and he loves the driver community. And he became a hero to the driver community. And perfectly honest with everybody here and whoever watches this later, This was not a revelation in the driver community. I mean, you guys could have talked to any driver on the street, and they would have said the same thing. But it's one driver in one bubble in one city, and the pushback always has been that your sample size is not large enough. Now, even with this, there could be some out there that can say, well, Uber does 25 million trips a day. What's 20 million trips? Sample size is not large enough. Well, what happens is that if the larger the sample size gets, as we all know, they do those surveys and studies, the likelihood of it being wrong gets reduced every single time. And the discussion is not about why Uber is profitable. It wasn't a hit piece on Uber. It's a it's an interpretation of what people are worried about. One of the top 3 topics, as far as I'm concerned, in our community is, 1, people are not making enough money. 2 is this, take rates. Why is Uber taking so much money out of my fare? And the interpretation of that was the part that was not liked by Uber, which they rebutted. And he put all of their rebuttals in the article when it came back to life the second time on last Thursday, which he had to do the first time. He just said he made a mistake and he didn't put it in the first time. That's why it was taken down. It wasn't taken down because of any other reasons. I'm sure a lot of people were speculating. Obviously, Uber did not like it, and there was a blog post that they put up yesterday on Medium, which everybody should go read that as well. That's, to me, shows weakness more than anything else. They're just saying, this is the way we calculate our take rate. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many people we have on the screen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 people, 8 people, whatever. If I were to ask you guys, how do you calculate what the take rate is? And we all may do it differently. And I've actually, I don't know, quarreled with the community that the take rate should be what the passenger pays, back out the pass-throughs, and what you get paid, and then that's whatever's left Uber's take. Well, there's two problems there. Because 1,